each and every one of you one more time for this webinar. And this is a beautiful occasion for us to become more and more familiar with the technologies that we are using. And webinars have become a very common trend today. And fortunately, you have lots of it. Every week, you can find that Univariety is arranging at least 2-3 webinars by themselves, and we are uploading it every day. I do not know whether any of you are joining. Have any of you have joined for the webinars by Univariety? Is there anyone?
For the design one.
Okay, fine. Yeah, see these webinars arranged by Univariety, that is for different topics. And I request all of you, please join it. You know, it's not a very long program. It's only 40 minutes. And when you join for one webinar, it is as good as reading 1 or 2 books, because it will give you a lot of insight into various topics. And the people, those who come, they are all expert in various fields. And then today we have with us Andara Buya, and she is a person who can really inspire you, a person with a lot of experience in the field of coaching and also for giving a lot of training to the students. On behalf of the entire SFS school, I would like to welcome Andara Buya. Let us give a round of applause and welcome her. Please give a round of applause and welcome Andara Buya.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, and all the best to Andara.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Fine.
And how is lockdown treating you?
Very well.
Very well. So what's up? What is going on these days in lockdown?
Homework. All homework.
All homework.
Busy with online classes.
Who is the person all homework? All homework. Okay. Okay. And what else? What else for the girls? For everybody? What else is going on? Anybody else?
Except homework, nothing else is going on.
Nothing else. No social media. Zero. Zero social media. Please raise your hands. How many are saying zero social media?
Zero social media.
Seriously? Okay, very nice. So you guys are okay. Okay, so you guys are absolutely on the right track. For all of those who are saying zero social media, I can see some of you are writing only games. Okay, so some of you are into playing games as well. Some of you are into social media. And how about learning online? Anybody who has heard about the concept of learning online? कैसे हम लोग ऑनलाइन पढ़ सकते हैं? How to learn online? No? Anybody? You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. Anybody who has tried learning online? Okay, so one person is, I guess, learning as well. Acha. So see, what I am trying to do in this particular session, I'm going to make it very easy for you about how to make best use of social media and how to learn online. By which I do not mean to say that you have to spend hours and hours in your classes, or I do not mean to say कि आप पूरा time you're not going to use for homework or you're not going to use for games, and still life is going to be very easy with you. So you want to know how to do that? That is a smart preparation for your exams. Do you want to know? Are you interested in this topic?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So see, Abhi, what I'm trying to discuss with you guys today is, जब भी आप किसी टॉपिक को पढ़ते हैं, are you all comfortable with Hindi, English, bilingual, or English? Everybody is comfortable with English? Anybody who is not comfortable with English? Okay, everybody is comfortable.
And continue with English only.
Okay, everybody can understand. No? Okay. So see, whenever you are studying one particular topic, okay, any topic that you are studying, if you find that you are not able to understand this topic, give me any tough topic. Abhi, how many of you are in class 10? How many of you are in class 10? Anybody in class 10? Okay. So for class 10, do you find any subject difficult for that matter? For class 10? For class 10, we'll start with class 10. Any subject that you find difficult?
Maths.
Maths? Okay.
Science. Chemistry. Biology. Physics.
Okay, so for class 10 also we have all the subjects. Great. So at least one subject is difficult for somebody, right? Even for class 10. Okay. So in your book, there is the first page, which is the content page. Have you seen that page? The first page of your book, that is the content page. Have you seen that page? Some of your mics are, I guess, disturbing. If it is disturbing, you can put it on mute. If your mic is disturbing, in that case. Now see, in the first page of your book, you can pick up a book if it is near you, and you can check that book if the first page is with you. If you have a
Students,
book
all
near
of you,
you.
please mute your mic. All of you, please mute your mic. Somebody has not muted the mic. Please do mute your mic. Otherwise, all the sound in your house will come out here. Okay, fine. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah,
my
Andara,
mic
please
is
go ahead.
my mic is unmuted now. Okay. So the first page of your book, you can refer to this. Then only you will understand. I can see Tushnik has his book open. I guess the first page is open. For others also, if you can open the content page of your book, you will understand what I mean to say. I believe the first and the second chapter will be easy on you, whatever your book is. You can just simply raise your hand and I'll understand if you are agreeing or not. You will find that the first and the second chapters will be easy on you, and the last few chapters you may find that you are not able to understand, or any chapter in between 1 or 2 chapters you are not able to understand. Is it? There will be 1 or 2 chapters at the max. The rest is easy for you. Yes? And now, whatever topics you are finding very easy, the first 2 or 3 topics, it is a tendency that on a daily basis, if you open up with that book, probably you are going through the same chapters. Or even if you are revising for your examination, studying for your examination, it is a tendency that you go through these same chapters, right? Now for any subject, if I will say for example history, if you find history as a topic, if you find it difficult, see, what I am trying to tell you here is, whatever is the topic, for example, there is a chapters on Mughals. How many of you are able to relate when I say Mughals? Anybody? It is there in your course? You're able to relate? Or any topic for that matter, a topic from geography, a topic from maths, a topic from physics. Okay, in any of your topics, just try doing one thing. I know that you make a lot of use of your phones, even if you don't agree in a class webinar, but I'm pretty much sure all of you are still using your mobile phones. Yes, that is what students do. Yeah, so doesn't matter whether you nod your head or you nod your head this way, I know that is happening. So you can simply put a smile on your face and accept it. Yeah, so anyways, what I'm trying to tell is that particular topic, just try Google that topic, that one topic that you find this is difficult on you, this is not doing justice to you, this topic should not have been in my syllabus. Try Google that particular topic. Will you try this? You can try it now also, any topic that is there, or even after the session you can do that. Any topic. For chemistry, any topic that you find is difficult, you can try going through that as well. Now that your classes may not be happening on a regular interval, or see what happens, why there are so many religions, or why there are so many aspects of the same thing. I can say this is plain water, half filled water. If there is water in a glass, you can see it in different ways, right? So if you understand from different perspectives, chances are very high that you understand a topic. Online media, social media gives you that particular opportunity. You study in one school, even if you are going for tuitions, whether you agree or you don't agree, you study from one teacher. But when you Google that topic, you have multiple options to study from. Now, how many of you have used Google Images? First option is a web button. Just next to that, there is an image button. Have you seen this? Please raise your hands if you have seen this. So when you Google anything, any particular topic, for that matter, Mughals or for maths or anything, or you want the formulas related to a particular chapter, when you're putting it on Google, just find the next box near to it, look through the images. There is an image box. Once you Google it, first option is web, the second option is image. In that particular image, for example, solar system, all of you can relate, right? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. My very elegant mother just show us 9 planets is the trick. Yes, all of you know this? Raise your hand. No solar system? Yes. So in the solar system, the sun and the 8 planets, if you want to see how they actually look, just put it on Google. Go through the next step, that is the image step, and you will be able to see there are so many images to fascinate you. So even studies can be more interesting with the help of images. Do you agree? Do you agree to this? Yes. So just try doing this once. Try whatever topic you find is difficult, just look at the image. And you have so many images to select from, which image you like, which image you understand. And one of those images you can even download on your phone if you find that particular topic you're not able to understand. The first and the easiest and the free method of how you can use social media. The first point is clear, with the help of images. Yes? Yes or no? How many of you
Yes.
now? How many of you
Yes.
are? Okay, nice. So since the mics are mute, you can simply raise your hand. See, there is an option of raising your hands as well, right? Raise hand, lower hand. That option is also there. If you can utilize that option, okay, that is also there. Okay. Now, thing is, the second thing that I'm trying to tell you is, you can listen to the second thing as well. For some of these topics, you also have videos available. You browse down, scroll down, and you will see 3 to 4 videos available. Whenever you enter a video, okay, within a fraction of 8 seconds, based on a few studies, I won't be quoting them, within a fraction of 8 seconds, your mind is able to decide whether you will be understanding this particular faculty lecture or it is not going to make you understand anything. Within a fraction of 8 seconds, you're able to decide whether you will understand from this person or you will not understand. So that easy it is. You don't understand from that particular faculty, you can simply listen to some another video, you can simply see through some another video, and your topic will be clear. I will come back to your book. If you try to do this particular Google search with any 2 topics or any 1 topics, you can try this, and I'm pretty much sure by the end of the day, before you sleep, that topic will be on your fingertips. Okay. The benefit is understood to you. What are the benefits? Now I will tell you what is the side effect of this. I'm pretty much sure some of you must have heard about the, I should not be saying this, probably TikTok versus YouTube debate. Yes. But since I am talking about social media, and since some of you are already using social media, so you must be aware of this debate as well. This is the problem of social media. Yeah. There is an attraction, everything. See, what is gravitational law? Capital M, small m, multiplication upon the distance between the two, right? M1, M2 upon R square. That is it. So everything will tend to attract. Another video where somebody is washing dishes, where somebody is singing a song, where somebody is dancing, all these things will also attract. This is the problem of social media. You were there to study your subject, but you got distracted to some video, some dancing, some singing, some gaming videos, etc., which is obvious. So how many of you, if you're going to agree to this, then you have another tab whereby you can time limit your social media. For example, if you have used it for half an hour, YouTube will give you a disclaimer that you have used your phone for half an hour, and you realized, oh my god, you just probably wasted half an hour by seeing some ABC video. Getting my point? So even if you are using it, use it in a way that you realize that you are spending half an hour or you are spending 1 hour on the YouTube or on any kind of social media. And do not do this. Do not just stay on the social media itself. Come back to your book. Our main motive was that particular book. You remember, I started with a content page. You remember? So clear your topic and come back to your page. And now you see, is that topic understood to you? If it is understood, then it is very nice. If no, you wasted 1 hour and you did not understand the topic, that means this method is not working for you. You are more of a distractive person, so then do not go for this topic. The negative side of this particular method is that you have to be self-disciplined. Studies should be a religious thing for you. You study wholeheartedly, you study to get your marks, you study to excel to that 90%. And I guess most of you end up scoring 80%, but there is a difference between 80% and 90%. This is the gap. Do you agree to this? The gap is not 50% and 90% for most of the students. I'm giving a generalized statement, and all generalized statements are very dangerous. I realize that. But still, the difference between most of the students, what I have observed nowadays is not 50 and 90. The difference is 70 90, 80 90, 85 90. When this is the thing, it is a cutthroat competition. And trust me on one thing, which later on we can be saying, is how you are treating yourself is actually that difference. That 5 marks or 10 marks difference is how you are treating yourself. If you really want to study wholeheartedly yourself, which is again very difficult. Why? Because you stress on yourself. You don't enjoy study as a process. But if any of you enjoy study as a process, which is very easy to do, trust me, studies is not that boring. Like, at least for me, I won't say, having said that, I would also like to emphasize that when I was in school, I did Scouts and Guides. I did, I got the Rashtrapati Rajya Purushkar Award. I had completed. I was in sports. I did almost everything that was necessary for school. I had friends, a lot of them. And even after that, even after all these circles of pressures that you feel, I can totally understand that. Even after that, you can excel and you can come to that 95%. In all my science subjects, I had more than 95%. So you can do that. That bridge is still possible when you are enjoying life. All the being cool thing that you have to do, you can still do that and get into IITs and NITs in life. So that's how you treat yourself. First of all, this difference that society has created, that either you be this or you be this. Either you are an IIT person, or you are an AIMS person, AIPMT person, or you are a cool student. So it does not require to be that. You can be both. You can be this person and you can be this person. You can be cool and still you can excel your AIPMT examination. You can excel your IITJ. It's all about how you treat yourself, how much confidence you have from inside. So how many of you after your class 10th, for class 10th I am saying first, because 11th and 12th I know that you have decided, how many of you want to get into an IIT? Please raise your hands. IIT, medical students, okay. So for medical students, and for now that you are in class 10th only, I want to make a picture very clear for you. Okay, it is always lucrative. You know what is lucrative? Lucrative is when something is alluring you. It's like a chocolate cake. Come eat me. Yeah. So maths plus biology, physics, chemistry, maths and biology. Maths and biology together is a lucrative option. It's like a chocolate cake. But later on in life, you realize, does both of these go together? Is it possible? You will stick to both of them in the long run. Is it possible? You have to be clear whether you are going for maths or you are going for bio. You realize this? But for that, you have to have the confidence in class 10th itself, whether medical or IIT. This is the clear demarcation that you have to make, and which is very difficult, because I had physics, chemistry, maths, biology, all of them. Coming to class 11, is chemistry your most difficult subject? Class 11, how many of you are there from class 11? Me also, right? Okay, nice. How many of you are class 11? Raise your hands.
Me.
Okay. So class 11, is chemistry your most difficult subject?
No.
So, no. Okay, great. Physics. Okay. So let me take then physics and chemistry, and I guess for some of you maths will also be there. Okay. And for maths, I guess the differentiation and integration chapter will be the chapter where you will think how to deal with this particular chapter. For 11th and 12th, for both of you, I'm saying this. Yeah. So in fact, class 12th physics is comparatively easier than your class 11 physics. So what you can do is, what social media plays a role here. What is the importance of social media for your physics and chemistry as well? Okay, so I can see your chats as well. Okay, no, okay. So now see, in this particular case, for example, in physics, you are studying about the first chapter of class 11 physics deals with charges, positive charge, negative charge. Where do you have these charges? In a glass rod, what is the type of charge you will have? Do you realize these things are not taught to us in our school life? But see, there are tricks to remember this very easily. For the concepts, nobody can clear it better than the school, better than a teacher who is offline in front of your face. They will clear your concept and you will understand it. But in your examination, you have to remember it, you have to recall it, right? So for all of this, there are tricks. For example, for the planets, I told you, my very elegant mother just show us 9 planets. This is in the NCERT book. This is in your book, but you don't realize there is a trick written in the book itself. So for those tricks, if you Google tricks to remember the periodic table chemistry, so you can remember the periodic table also with the help of tricks. So for these kind of things, you can refer to the social media always, and you can directly write down the trick on your piece of paper. Okay, so this is how I am asking you to make the best use of social media. Distractions, you have to limit it, and whatever you want to go through, whatever you're finding that this particular topic on your book, again, do not just go to the YouTube without any reference page. See, when you end up going to a supermarket store without not knowing what to buy, you end up buying things that you do not require. Yes, and probably what you are buying is not even going to be useful for you in the long run. So what you have to do is you have to stick to your book. You have to see what are the topics you need to study. You need to refer to the social media for what topics, and that is how you are going to proceed. Is this clear to everyone? I hope this is clear. Yeah. So now I would like to share my screen for some of the very short and crisp points. Okay, I have just 10 points for you. So I will be sharing my screen if you can. Okay. Okay, so I hope all of you can now from here, you can see my screen. You can see the points over here. Is it visible to all of you? Just raise your hand, anybody?
Yes, Ankara, visible. You can
Yes.
carry.
Yes, okay. So, see, the first thing when you go on social media is for Facebook or for any other particular social media site that you visit. The first question they ask you is, what's on your mind? Can you answer this question? What's on your mind? If I will ask, you don't have to answer me because of the social distancing issue. Probably you won't be able to answer me here. But I'll give you a pause of 30 seconds. Can you figure out what's in your mind? Can you do that? Anybody, you can just raise your hand. You don't have to say it loud. But can you figure out what's on your mind? History, geography, physics, chemistry, maths, school, teachers, distractions, food. What subject are you going to study? What sports are you going to play? What is happening in your phone? What is going on in the drawing room of your house, in the kitchen of your house? Can you figure out what is in your mind? So if you can't figure out at this particular moment what is going on in your mind, then how do you think when you open that particular page, you will be able to figure out in a fraction of seconds what's going on in your mind? You won't. And trying to figure out what is in your mind, you will waste hours doing that. So that is why I am requesting you, first what you should be doing is, first you should have your book in front of you. You should have your copy in front of you. And whenever you are referring to the social media, whenever you want to put a topic in the Google, you have to be sure this is the topic. You are going to see images regarding that particular topic. You're going to see notes regarding that particular topic, or for that matter, anything. You're not going to go here and there with respect to that topic. I hope I'm clear about the first point. You have to be very clear about what's on your mind, which is the toughest thing to do at this particular age. I also understand that. Okay, so in this particular point, in this particular moment, I will be dragging this particular thing, that is yourself. You yourself know where you want to go, or probably you don't know, which is absolutely fine. You're just going with the flow, even that is fine. But then realize what you were not able to decide in your life since past 10 classes, class 1 to class 10, including nursery, KG, 2 more classes, 12 years. How do you think you're going to decide that particular thing in the coming 2 years, 11th and 12th? And if you are in 11th and 12th, even if now, see, now that you already have science for those of you who have science, who already have commerce for those of you who have commerce, and for that matter, even for the art students. If now you're not able to decide how to excel, how to, you see, you need good marks, at least till now. And trust me, that might break after 2-3 years. But for now onwards, let them tell you that you need good marks, because in the long run, that's going to help you. Okay, let yourself believe that you need good marks for the time being, because again, this is going to help you in the long run. Okay, so if you are going to believe that, then if you focus on yourself, that is how you have to approach your subject. Whatever is difficult for you, you have to try scoring more marks for that particular topic. Okay, so after that, coming to my next point, I'll just quickly scroll through this. Okay, so coming to my next point is the weak points. See, one subject you are going to end up scoring 90 marks or 99 marks. Another subject, if you score somewhere around 50, this is going to bring a huge difference in your percentage. So that is why I am focusing from the starting of the lecture itself that you have to focus on your weak points. Because ultimately, what matters was what your percentage. That is what they ask for all the entrance examinations, right? So for that matter, you cannot let one subject go. And for most of us, if art subject is strong, then probably science is tough, or for somebody maths is tough, right? So you have to bring that balance by focusing on your weak subjects. Okay, coming to the next one is, which I have talked enough about, social media. So I hope you're very much clear about how to Google these images and how to look through a video and understand, take the best output and not get distracted. Okay, this I'm going to take a minute about time. Do you guys have a timetable? I believe yes, no. I believe most of you have a timetable.
No.
No? Okay, that's great. So even not having a timetable is great. Okay. In fact, you will be surprised to know that what I would be suggesting here is that you have a topic table and not just a timetable. So what do I mean by a topic table? Maybe you are sitting in front of your desk from morning to evening, but the topic that you are focusing on is still not over. Or a subject table. A timetable which has a subject, a timetable which has a topic in it. So both of them has to go hand in hand. And ultimately, you have to realize that if you have 3 months for your board examination, if you have 2 months for your board examinations, you can't be just reading the first 2 chapters of your book for the entire 3 months just because you find them easy. And that one particular poem in your English book that you are not very much satisfied with why this poem is there in your book or why this story is there, you can't just skip it. Because if there is one question from that particular topic, all the time from morning to evening that you have spent may not be put to best use. Okay, so your entire content page of your book versus your timeline. Okay, you have to fit in both in a very appropriate manner. Because one question from the drama that you skipped because it was for 4 pages will make you lose probably 4 to 5 marks. Okay, so this is how you manage a timetable topic wise, because your topic is very static. You have 4 to 5 books. again, when I was at that stage, looking back at things is very easy. Staying at that point is very difficult. Each book, each chapter may be very difficult. Okay, so at this moment I can't see your chats because I'm on a slide. After that I'll see your chats again. I'll come back to that. Okay, next is your focus span versus the time you give for your studies. The time that you give for your studies may be 4 hours, 5 hours, it hardly matters. Whether it is 4 hours, it is 5 hours, it is 10 hours, it hardly matters. The focus span on an average, the average mind is 8 minutes. Surprised? Your classes are for 1 hour. And the focus span is 8 minutes. This video is, I guess, this lecture is already somewhere around half an hour. That means for 99% of you, the focus span is lost. Not now. It was lost within that 8 minutes when we started. So if you can come back to this point, because I know that your focus span is lost because we have crossed 8 minutes. So if you can push yourself to come back to this particular point, then what I am trying to tell you is your focus span is more important than the time that you are spending on your studies. Ultimately, if you have spent 2 hours, if you can write one answer from that particular topic because you have spent 2 hours, it is useful. If you have spent 10 hours and you see the question in the end of your book and you're not able to answer, what is the definition of work done? From science, you all will know that work done is force into displacement. If the displacement factor is not there, if you're not able to answer your whatever is the question, that means there is no displacement done. And when displacement is zero, even the coolie is carrying a loads on his head, right? So ultimately, what matters is whether the work is done or not. And if the displacement is zero, doesn't matter whatever force you are applying, the final work done will be zero. For all the science students, 11 and 12, I guess you are able to relate this very well. Yeah. So there has to be a displacement. You have to answer your question to justify the focus pen. The next is how does it looks? That means what is your stage in your examination? How does it look? I guess all of you by now is able to determine whether you are going to score 80, 90, 99. Something, at least a rough image you must be having in your mind. So that is what I mean to say, how does it look? How is exam to you at this particular moment? If you think you are at 50s, 40s, even 33, which is the passing mark, or 80s or 70s, for all of you, whatever stage it is, however the exam is appearing to you, you still have time. You still have time, and with this particular method, what are the topics? Encircle them, write them down, scroll it, and it will be done. Okay, and you will reach there. So try to utilize this thing very well. And finally, on your exam day, see, last 5 minutes before exam, everybody is going to flip through their books. This is nowhere useful. I know many of the teachers must have said this to you in the past. Then on your exam day, also you have something left. You can still go through it. What I am trying to suggest you, make a virtual exam date. This is again another use. Make a virtual exam date before your actual exam day. That is, take the past year 1 year paper at least. 1 year paper, or frame 10 questions that your teacher has given you. Okay, and then, or the homework that you have, try to solve them just like your examination at least a week before your exam day. Try doing this. You will at least increase 10 marks in your exam directly if you have a virtual exam day. That is the use of board exams. So either you give board exams like with an intention that you want to give them, or make a virtual exam date before your actual exam day, right? So that's it for my presentation. I would like to wish you all the best for your examination. Yeah, so now if you have any particular question in this regard, then you can put it on the chat box and I will be answering them. Okay, or if you raise your hand, then probably we can also unmute, or maybe you can put them in the chat box. So just a moment, I will stop screen share. Okay. So if you have any question, then you can just ask your questions over here. So why am I not able to see this chat box as of now?
Antara, you can close your presentation so it will be okay. Then you can see. I think.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, thank you so much. Now I can see this. All
Students,
students,
okay. Students, you can unmute yourself and ask any question. Otherwise, you can use the chat box.
So anything you want to ask me, please, you can unmute and you can ask. Okay, for the example, you can also ask me anything from your syllabus as well. If there is any topic you want to ask me, that is also fine. History, geography, polity, science, economics, even that is fine. Anything that you want to ask me. I have joined Unacademy IIT JEE Mains and advanced course, but the problem is that at same time I have my school class hours at Zoom. How to manage time? This is, see, for the Unacademy platform, I guess it's very simple. Kinjal Sharma, is because all the videos are there recorded, right? So all the videos are already there in the recorded box. If you stream through it. You can see them at any time that you want to. You can scroll through them multiple number of times, and every fourth class is your doubt class on the platform. So whenever you have a doubt, you can also ask the teacher even afterwards also. There is not a problem. In fact, there is a message box also. If you feel that one particular topic is not clear to you, you can also send it in the message box, and then the teacher usually replies it within 3 to 4 days. Can you just give some tips? Do well in chemistry. See, for chemistry, again, I would say you have to try writing down things. Most of you study for hours. I know that. I totally realize how hard you all must be working, right? So don't be too much harsh on yourself. Try to write things down. Take one piece of paper, and there is something known as a mind map, which works very nicely. What are the things, what are the words that you forget? In one piece of paper, can you just write down those words which you forget? For example, I say that manage is a very difficult word, and doesn't matter how much I try to explain you manage word, you will not get through it, and you will not be done with this particular topic. So can you just write down manage in a piece of paper? Manage. Try to write down what it means to you. Today you have studied. Try to write down what it means to you. If you're not able to write down, try to do the same in the evening, or probably come back the next day. Do not drag something too much. The things get deteriorated. There is some energy concept. If you try to solve the same maths multiple number of times, give a pause. Sometimes even giving a pause is a good thing. Take a good night's sleep. Try to solve that the next time, or the next morning, try to solve that again. So what I would suggest here is one piece of paper will solve chemistry very easily for you. What you have to do is, what are the topics? First, figure out what. Is it everything that you are not able to understand? That means you are in a mess. Okay. So categorize. In biology, if anybody of you have studied biology, see, there are so many species in this particular world, flora, fauna, everything is there. What do we do? 5 kingdom classification. What is that one species that you can't put in here? Anything? No, nothing. That is what I'm trying to focus. The content page is the whole book. Doesn't matter this is your book, or this thick is your book, or you have a series of books. That's the beauty of classification. For the subject, when I say the content page, that is what I'm referring in terms of biology. But this, I hope biology student will be able to relate better. But that's how it works. What to do before a day of exam? Eat and sleep. That's it. Because understand, whatever is not done for years won't be done in a day. Yeah. Energy can't be created. E equals to mc square requires the mass, and you have to increase the mass over a time span, right? Mass is not created in one single day. So that is why, but I will give you a better tip. This is for words only, but what X for everybody, I guess, is make more exam days. Don't let there be only one exam day. This is the final destination. 1 week before, this is one exam day. Every month, make one exam day for you. And when I say that, if 9 a.m. is your exam day, make sure you're writing it on 9 a.m. Doesn't matter if you are less prepared or you are more prepared. Because actually, it's not how much you have studied. Yes, of course, it is 99% how much you have studied. But that 1% of tension, that 1% of how you treat yourself on the day of examination may ruin this 99%. If at any point of time you feel underconfident, that 1% may ruin the 99% that you have prepared. Are you getting my point? So that's what you do on your exam day. Make more such exam days. Be so much casual to your exam day. Okay, it's just an exam day. Because if it is once a year, it is a big day. If it is twice a year, thrice a year, every month, it is a small day, right? So let that happen. Prepare with 99% and in fact 120%. But when it comes to tension, just give it 0.5% of that it deserves, right? Nothing more than that. How to remember things in biology. Okay. Let me tell you frankly first what I used to do in my class 12 biology, because again, I had physics, chemistry, maths, bio, and I ended up becoming a mechanical engineer. So I hope you can realize and relate that I used to sleep in my biology classes. And I scored somewhere around 900 rank in the AIPMT examinations. So that means classes can sometimes be not that easy on us, but we can probably still score good. How to do that is your biology book is vast. but the diagrams, and there are tables in your biology book. Class 11 biology book has some beautiful tables. Have you seen that? For example, the first chapter is, the entire chapter is your five kingdom classification. There is a chapter on five kingdom classification, and there is anybody, you're saying something? Okay, so there is one diagram, there is a table of dark green and light green colored diagram is there, where you see Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. These are the points. And in your exam, trust me, you may not remember the entire chapter, but you will remember that particular table. I don't know why nobody, I did not find many people saying me that this is the table that you should be referring for the long run. This is the table that will help you score marks. But now I realize that is the table which is the summary or the crux of the entire chapter. So for your biology book, you have such beautiful tables given. And for topics where you don't have the tables given by the writer of the book, you make those tables. Take that particular example, you make that particular table and you learn that table. The sentence you all can frame. I guess most of you are doing excellent in English as a subject, and you can frame whatever you want to write, because that's what you do in your examinations. Or you mug up the summarized version, you mug up the keywords. You don't remember is, the, a, articles, verbs, every single thing you don't remember, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, make the best use of the charts given in your biology book. Refer to them. Anybody from biology, if you just raise your hand, I'll understand that you are able to relate. Anybody? Okay, so you are able to relate. So that's what you do. Okay, either you make your chart, or if there is a ready-made chart, then it is spoon feeding. It is very beautiful thing, right? Can you explain cope up with social studies? How to cope up with social studies? Trust me, how is reading a storybook social studies? If you like reading a storybook, so it is actually a storybook. And again, for the social studies, if you don't believe it is a storybook, you can just scroll through the lectures. You can just scroll through that particular topic. World War, you're not able to understand what's going on. What is world history? What are these chapters? Because I don't know why they have reduced the size of the letters in that particular book. Why? That is making it, see, you are habituated to read in the big format and with beautiful pictures. But that book on that chapter on world history, the format is decreased. There comes the mental tension. Why the format is decreased? Is it a difficult chapter? Does it have more words in this particular chapter? So mentally, how you are treating yourself is, this is a chapter that may be difficult for you. That's the problem. Okay, so please try this thing. Scroll that particular topic. There will be videos, there will be lectures in the social media available in the format of a story. And social studies will become just a cream that you just have to, it will be very easy for you. Trust me on this, especially for social studies. Physics is the numerical parts, I guess that is where you find it difficult, with the numerical part and making left hand side equals to right hand side. That's it, right? These must be the two things that you have difficulty in terms of physics. So whenever you solve anything for physics, there are some formula. So first of all, write chapter-wise formulas in A4 size sheets, or in a notebook. Just write down the formula of that particular chapter. When you are solving the numericals, you refer to those formulas and you solve your numericals. Whenever you are solving numericals, so don't just put them down, or left hand side equals to right hand side, especially verification sum. Don't just put them down and you think this will be done and you leave that question. I know that some of you must be doing that. And you go to the next question. Let's practice the next question. Make a habit that you solve the entire question. Because in the exam, you will get 2 marks at least for writing the formula. Like again, it can be 1 mark and 1 mark. It totally depends upon the teacher. It can, if it is a 3 marks question, probably you will get 1 mark and 5 marks and 2 marks. But again, only for writing the formula and then putting some vague figure into that, that's not going to help. Only if you are sure that you have solved the entire numerical and you have arrived at an answer and you underline it or you mark it and this is your answer, only then you can be sure that the teacher will give you the marks. Otherwise, if the teacher don't want to give you marks for that particular step, then you don't know. So try to solve it completely. Okay, don't leave it in between. Normally what people do is they leave it in between. Anyhow, this calculation will be done. Anyhow, I'll be able to answer the rest of the part because it is simply BODMAS rule. Don't do that. Solve it. Okay? So solve it entirely. That makes things easier. At least for some other derivation, one step from there will be essential. Okay? And ultimately, I'll refer to this again and again for all subjects. Revision is the key. And when I say this revision is the key, you may have studied for 10 hours, but if you revise for that 10 minutes, that 10 minutes will be equal to the 10 hours in the next particular revision, in the next revision. Every next revision makes things easier. Okay, so how many of you find Johnny, yes papa, eating sugar, no papa easy? I guess all of you find this super easy. Why? Because every single morning your mom or your dad or somebody used to say, Beta Johnny sunao. Let us hear Johnny. Probably you will be saying it differently like 1,000 other kids are saying, and they are so much interested to hear Johnny, yes papa from you. That's the reason. But for physics, okay, this chapter is done. It was such a pain on my head. Now I'm going to move to the next chapter. Why don't you treat it as Johnny and you have to say this one more time? One more time the same chapter. It's not done. It's not revised. Yeah, so that is the thing. And probably 2 years from now, you will feel that physics was so easy. Why I did not study it properly? Yeah, and you're not going to run anywhere by avoiding these subjects now, because trust me, in class 11th and 12th, whatever you are studying, that is the first year of your IIT, and that is the first year of your medical as well. So if now you don't read it, somehow you manage to get a seat, after that, where are you going to run away? It's not possible. And for the art subjects, for the history, geography, polity, economic students, that is the first year of your graduation. So if you hate somebody, in the long run, that hate is going to come back to you. So better be used to it, make it a part of your life, read it, revise it. Revision is the key. That's what I mean to say by revision is the key. Okay, so cope up with social studies. Okay, that's done. How to concentrate on particular subject that we want to study or is difficult to us. Yeah, this is the point that I'm trying to focus. In fact, the easy subjects, anyhow, the easy topics, everybody is going to score that 80 marks. And that revision of the difficult subjects that you are going to make, that is the 90 marks, that is the 99 marks, that is the 100 out of 100 marks. How much revision you have done for the difficult subjects. But again, having said that, it does not mean that you have not done through the cream and you are drinking the milk. First, the easy part, you have to be thorough with it. Ask me anything, I can answer from this chapter. Only then, there is a cost-benefit ratio for everything, right? We all know driving can be dangerous, or anything in life can be dangerous, but we still are driving because ultimately that's the plus point. So see and understand that it is hard. Probably the 2 to 3 chapters or 2 to 3 topics will be hard on you. But having done the easy part, now it's time for you to get 100 out of 100. Or whatever is the mark set for you. But I'm not allowed to say at this particular point that whatever you score doesn't matter, because it does matter at this stage. At what time am I saying this? For you, yes, it does matter. Okay. So how to remember chemistry formula? Again, just write the formula down, nothing else. You see a particular photo, you see a particular image, you remember it always. I have seen you somewhere, but I'm not able to remember your name. Yeah? Why? I have seen you somewhere, I'm not able to remember your name, because our audio skills are not as good as our visual skills. Probably that's why we have a censor board for movies and not for radio or for audios. We can say anything that you want to, right? So write it down in a piece of paper. If possible, use multiple colors, because it is proven and understood that if you use more than one color, why do you always end up writing a chemistry formula only in black and blue? Why? And why your nursery poem had to be so much colorful with decorations, with so much of love in one piece of paper? See, that's how you are treating yourself. That's how you're treating your subjects. Just because you are in class 12, it does not mean that you can't use sketch pens. Please make those formulas look a little bit tolerable. Else, if you make them ghostly, they will come in the night and they'll try to attack you. See, I am chemistry. They will haunt you in your dreams. So make them a little bit more prettier. Make the chart paper with some little bit more designs and probably a flower in one corner with colorful pens. I know you must be thinking, is it going to help? But trust me, it is going to help. Trust me on that. Try doing that. Okay. So that's for chemical formula and for chemistry and for anything else for that matter. For how many hours? See, for time limit, I already said at least it is not about the time span, it is about the focus span. And if it is difficult for you to understand and you still want me to quote it, how many hours? I will say 1 hour, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 5 minutes. What does that mean? Do not sit for 2 to 3 hours in one go. And that 5 minutes should not be more than 5 minutes. You can take a small break. You can probably pretend that, okay, even you are a child who is chilling around, you can probably go out and pretend to be a cool child. After 5 minutes, you know there is something else. You're not actually that person. That is something you are pretending, right? After 5 minutes, come back to your studies. Others will think you're not studying. You know you are studying. Yeah, because if others will see you studying, they will say, "Arey, you are studying this much, I am not studying." So you know you are studying. That is what I mean to say, how you are treating yourself. You know your goals, and I know deep inside, all of you want to be that 100%. I know that. And you want to be that 100%. But just for the society, you're showing off, I'm not studying. Or probably some of you, yes, I am studying. So, whatever type of child you are, I am studying, I am not studying, but you know that you have to excel if you want to reach to that particular seat, whatever is your target. Okay. I guess I have already talked about focus and overcome the distractions in mind. Let the distractions come. What is the problem? Time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Is your topic done? Is it over? If no, then you have to choose. Both cannot exist, right? So pretend that if you try something very hard, if you think that zero distraction, this is my timetable, I'm going to religiously follow this timetable, it does not probably work out. So let the things come, let the things go, but 5 minutes or whatever is your time. Study is to time ratio. Ideally 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the evening is a period of 6 hours, is very good to go with if you focus on it very nicely and very sincerely. Okay. And please, at least for time, one thing I will say, your exam paper is for 3 hours, then at least be habituated that you can sit for 3 hours. Else on the exam day, you know what happens? You are not able to sit on that table for 3 hours. You're not habituated for sitting there. So make it a habit. Whenever you are studying, you try to maintain that particular thing. Okay. So that's the best way to manage time. And what about commerce students like economics? So economics, I guess you have the 11th NCRT. I would say 11th textbook. 11th textbook. Well, what does it say? See what I mean by that. I'll give you an example from economics only. The 11th textbook, if I'm right, if you're still using that particular textbook or for any book, you can refer to your content page. First of all, first chapter, it says, what was India before independence? What was India on the eve of independence? After that, is there a solution that you have prescribed? Yeah, the LPG reforms, liberalization, privatization, globalization. Even after these many reforms, why there is so much hunger and poverty existing? What is the rural India? What are we doing still? So there are further some more reforms. That is the use of the content page. The content page in 2 lines can summarize the entire book. And when you get a question in your examination, you know the topic it is from. Only if you know the topic it is from, at least if not the full marks, you are able to write something, dear teacher, something else. And dear teacher will give you at least something, or something else. So at least that will happen. So that is what I mean to say by the content page. Try summarizing the entire book. Try doing this today itself. Whatever your books are, do you know what is in your book? If you don't know, read the content page. Try to figure out what is in this book first. Yeah. So don't treat it as an alien. It's your friend. Yeah. So I guess that's it for this particular session. I have taken your questions as well. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Andara. Thank you for the beautiful session. Please put students, please mute your mic. Yeah, thank you, Andara. Thank you for the beautiful session that you shared with us. And the whole idea of summarizing and learning from the table of content, that is something which I think most of us never thought about it before. And probably there is a lot of wisdom in what you said, because once you know the content, the table of content, that itself gives you, I believe, even the pass mark is already assured through that. So thank you so much. It was a beautiful session listening to you. Now, may I request Mayuri to speak a few words?
Very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of the DPS family, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to Miss Antara Bhuyan for her valuable presence and for making us aware of the pros and the cons of online education. We shall surely implement those strategies in our study process. So, thank you, ma'am. Also, I'd like to thank Father for giving us such a great opportunity, even amidst this lockdown. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayuri. And thank you, Renat sir, for arranging the whole session. Now, students, nice to meet all of you during the lockdown, though not physically present in the school, but nice to see all of you in the virtual platform like this. And all these sessions are arranged for your own benefit, because I know you will be bored at home, participating only in the online classes and maybe watching TVs, and I know you are full time on screen. But then in a bit of sessions like this, it is highly beneficial. And please ensure that whenever you get an opportunity to be part of any of the webinars, please do participate. And then, as I told you, the Univariety program, which we are uploading in your WhatsApp group, is a wonderful program. Always ensure that you join for it. May not be every session, but according to your field of interest, you can always join for it. So nice to meet all of you. All the best. Keep studying, keep doing good. PT1 examination is away. Tomorrow, timetable will be published. 15th July, we will start the exam. And the 23rd July, the exam will be over. It will be out of 40 marks. And I know all of you are really, you are students who really enjoy exams. I have seen it, and I'm sure you will be enjoying it all the more, because lockdown time, you are well prepared, and I know everything A to Z, you are well ready for your exam. And wishing you all the best. Happy stay, stay inside, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless you. Thank you.
I request Antara, please say something about your YouTube channel, because I have seen your YouTube channel. You are sharing so many good videos related to education. So our student can also follow your page. So kindly just instruct them something.
Yeah, sure. So basically, I have worked for 5 YouTube channels till now, but I have built many of them since past 5 years. Finally, I have launched my own YouTube channel that is by my own name, Antara Bhuyan. And except that, what I would like to tell you is, if whatever I have said in today's session, how to make a topic very easy. There is one thing I'll share with all of you. If you find at any point of time this particular topic you're not able to understand, be it history, geography, polity, science, economics, anything, yeah, so you can send that particular topic to me, that one topic or that one point, that one question which confuses you, and I'll try to create a video on that particular topic and try to tell you how this is how you make the mind maps, this is how you make things very easier, right? And except that, on a plus platform, because that is a kind of my hobby and that's not for the purpose, as a profession I work for Unacademy is a platform where we have courses for IIT JEE, then AIPMT, even for UPSC, that you will realize after maybe 2 to 3 years in your life. And for those people who are in the arts domain, who have chosen arts already, I guess you must study your books very nicely. By that I mean to say, this might help you like anything in the long run. You won't realize this 2 years will work magic for you in the later period of your time. This is all I am telling you as of now, but then this will probably make you the, you can say, one of the best person in this country after 3 years, if you are reading your books very nicely at this particular point of time. Yeah, so you can follow me on Unacademy Plus platform, and for any courses, if you want to purchase for IIT, for AIPMT, for any examination, then you can, I have a particular code that is Antara 10, my name, and then you can use 10, and that will give you a 10% discount. Okay, so that's what you can do if you are going for that. But now is your board examination, so I understand you will be studying for your examination. That is your first priority in life. Yeah, so that's it, students. And it was a great pleasure for me, Father. Thank you so much. And Runal, thank you so much for arranging this session. And it was a great time speaking with students after such a long period in my life, because I'm very happy to be with all of you. You guys responding and you guys answering in the chat box. It was, you can say, a very good day, and I hope this kind of sessions will help you stay close to your syllabus, help you stay motivated for your studies, because distraction is all around. It's like the air, it's like what we are breathing these days, it's what we are consuming these days. That is distraction. Everything is distraction. So these sessions will bring you back to your motive, to your goal, that you have examination. The rest of the world is not having examinations, trust me on that. Yeah, so it is only you people in class 10, 11 and 12. Probably others are like in different stages of their life. Yeah, so that's it for from my side. Thank you so much everyone once again, and all the best for your examinations.
Thank you, Antara. Thank you for your time. Surely in coming days, I will invite you to in my school also.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Antara, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.